Pleasant good morning. Welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My name is Marlon Bledman. I am one of the truck sales guys here at our Fredrick location. Today I want to talk about the Plus on the Freightliner M2 chassis. This one is brand new to our lot. Really cool features on this one. We kind of mixed up a little bit, try to design the interior a little bit different. And if you guys remember that first Plus I did on the 112 model, it's kind of similar, a little less features, especially on the automatic headlamps. You do have the same turn key or turn level on the lights. I will show you guys once we get inside. But the Plus model, comes with the Detroit safety features on here. So when it comes to the Detroit safety, we do have lane departure warning. We do have adaptive cruise control, active brake assist. So there are some cool features added on to those M2 chassis, especially on the Plus models, and that's why they call it the Plus on the M2 chassis. So we're going to talk about some of the features on here, some of the things that we've started to adapt or try to add to our new chassis. So in case you guys have any questions, feel free to comment on the slot below, and here we go, guys. 2024 Freightliner M2 106 Summit hauler conversion on the Plus chassis. We're going to take a look at the front end of this unit. And what you guys have noticed right now, we do have that grill up front, but this time we only have a two-piece grill, 1, 2. Reasons being, down here we do have that sensor on the bottom here for that active brake assist and all those safety features up here. You do have on the windshield, you do have that centerpiece here that kind of take over where typically a rear mirror would go, but it does have a camera here to allow that sensor for your lane departure warning. So you have that feature here. But again, you still have that three-piece grille. The license plate holder has been shifted from the center to that right or left-hand side where the driver is, or the driver's side. It has been shifted a little bit because of that sensor in the bottom. But again, that three-piece grille, guys, if you damage one piece, you don't have to replace that whole bumper. That's one of the cool things about Freightliner. A lot of people ask about how big this truck is, and once you get inside this vehicle, you sit down, you relax, and you see the view of that unit. Let me tell you, the safety features behind this in terms of having clearance and seeing everything in front of you and actually driving it in comfort is one of the biggest features customers look to transition from a one-ton pickup to one of those Freightliners. Again, cost of ownership. When you talk about cost of ownership, you're looking at the longevity of the tires, especially with those auto balancers that we put on that unit. You're looking at the price of a windshield, and the fact that you all the way up there, chances of this cracking very easily, rather than your one-ton pickup, and the cost of getting one of those replaced. I know now we have more safety features on here, so the cost might be a little bit more than your regular 106s. So I haven't got a price for replacing a windshield like this yet, but once I get that price, I will let you guys know. But we do have LED headlamps on that 106 here, and as we open up that hood, what you guys are looking at right now is the Cummins 8.9-liter engine. It's also partnered with the Allison 3200 TRV 6-speed automatic transmission, 360 horsepower, 1,150 foot-pounds of torque. A lot of things have changed. Before you used to see fuses mounted up here. Now you got fuse boxes and relays up here. Going down here, your power steering fluid is in the same location. Your fuel filter, water separated in the same area. They kind of shifted the negative and positive studs a little bit further in. So you do have that still behind that tire, but a little bit further in. Again, it's clearly labeled, so you know where it's located. If you want to reference that stock number, here is it up here, 5N23 1661. I'm gonna close that hood here. Again, very easy to close, a little push. It does have that soft close feature. Again, if you wanted to move a little faster, you could just give it a little push. And again, you still have those tie down straps on each side. Remember to clip those in before heading down the road. Again, let's check out the tires. We got Michelin tires on this one, 255 ADR 22.5s with our signature auto balancers on all four corners of this truck. Again, it is the M2 106 Plus chassis, so this stamp will be on every single Plus chassis. Again, you got your engine block heater. It is certified clean for all 50 states. You got your little compartment here. This one has one of your 50-gallon tanks and a 6-gallon depth tank. You got your running lights all over the step. You got your trickle charger here for your batteries. Very, very cool feature. And that's typically when you're gonna keep that truck in storage for a while. Let's say you're going on a vacation, or you're not gonna be rodeoing or taking trips for a little bit. You wanna plug in those batteries. It does have a battery disconnect switch as well. So you'll wanna disconnect the battery so no power goes through the truck. But then with a trickle charger, it will charge that battery as you on vacation, and it's not just sitting down doing nothing. When it comes to the mirrors, you still have those breakaway mirrors. Again, if you hit a branch, it just closes itself. It doesn't break. I mean, sometimes it all depends on what you hit. You know, those mirrors might crack. But again, the fact that this will stop whatever branch first and kind of break it in, and then you'll come out and kind of just put it back in place. The bottom mirror is manually adjusted, so you got to come out and adjust it as needed. But the top mirrors are powered. So you do have powered mirrors on top. The top mirrors also are heated mirrors. So in cold climates, you could actually defrost those mirrors as you go down the road or as it warms up. As I open up the driver door, these color seats are new to us, or new to our Summit haulers. Those are our truffle seats. We try to design that to kind of make it a little bit different. So to add a little flavor to the interior of those trucks. Instead of having just the tan or the dark tan, we try to make it a little bit different. So we went with those truffle seats on some of our builds. And you do have that kind of darker tan interior around with the brown browl. So a little bit higher up here, this is your light switches here. So there's not this little switch anymore. This is like a turn level. So this will be off. This will be your parking lights, and then your main headlights up here. Since we are right here, you do have two levels now. On the left-hand side, you got your window washer, your indicators, and your high beams on one. To tilt your steering wheel, this is the level now. And once I get inside, I will adjust it as needed, and I'll show you guys how it works. But on the seats, the front seats are air ride. This one comes with lumbar and heated seats. We do have some with heated and cool seats. We also have some with massage seats as well. So a nice little feature here to add to your build. Right underneath those seats here, you have your battery disconnect switch. So if you turn that off while not using it, it will kill all the battery going into the unit or any power. And if you just come a little bit closer here, it will be on the corner of this wall. We do have a light test button here. It's no longer on the dash. They kind of put it down here. So once you start the car, you don't have to jump in to do the light test switch. You could stay right here on the ground, start up the truck, and then press this button here. And it will allow you to walk around your truck and trailer to make sure or ensure that all your lights on your truck and trailer is working. New layout on the doors. We have that pocket back here again. This is here, you got your speakers. You got a smaller speaker up here. We did dip those handles with the same concept on the interior. So we have that brown browl. a new design as well. Checking out the back. Again, the back seat, similar to the 23s, you do have that back seat that turns into a bed. Very, very comfortable seats. Again, we kind of put this switch for your rear bench a little bit lower this time, not up here because the space up here is kind of limited. So we had that switch for laying this bench into a bed. And again, I always try to tell my clients when they buy these vehicles, try to avoid having any weight on the seat when you're bringing it down, especially having somebody sitting down on it while you're trying to bring it flat. So no heavy bags, no kids or adults on that seat while adjusting the seats from flat to regular or from regular to flat, because the motor, it cannot handle all that weight. Again, similar door design on all 4 doors with your speaker, your pocket, and again, your batteries are located back here. On our 23s and below, we used to have fuses in the back wall. Those are changed now. I'm going to show you guys where those fuses are. And those fuses typically run everything on the back end in terms of your trailer brake, your lights, your signals, and all that. And I'll show you guys where that's located now on the Plus models. Again, similar bed. We got our storage compartment. Again, it is lined for weather, with weather stripping, so you don't have moisture going in here. You do have your air line. We kind of change that out where we put our fire extinguisher in the storage compartment over here. You do have a 10-foot line for your air supply. Dual tires in the back, and between those tires you do have one of those auto balancers as well. Same tire size, 255 80R 22.5s. Smaller storage at the back. Again, we do have a 10-inch longer wheelbase on our Summit haulers. So we have a 197 instead of a 187. Again, we have a diamond plated bed. Right now, we don't have any hitch on this one. So we give, on certain trucks, we give customers options of adding a gooseneck ball or our famous Hensley trailer saver hitch. That's been very popular for years now. We always have those in stock, so if in case somebody decides to jump on a truck today, we could get one installed for them almost immediately and have it shipped out, or if that person come in, we could have it put on in a few hours, and then that person could actually leave the lot with that truck today. But again, it all depends on the workload with our service department. But parts, in terms of parts, we have everything in stock. We do have those tracks here that's adjustable, and you can see as those tracks kind of stop at a certain distance, that's to allow a customer to add a storage box to the back end. There are 2 little holes on that wall, if in case you guys can see it or not. But those holes will actually have you install that storage box in the back end. And if you do want one, I know we have a couple units with those storage boxes already included. We have some on the floor right now where we could add to that truck if you decide to go with that truck with a storage box. But again, that spacing on that bottom or that back end is for that storage box. If in case you don't want a storage box and you want to extend that track, we can get those tracks ordered and cut to size, and then you guys can install it, or we could have it installed here. We do have a 7-pin hookup here for your trailer on top here, another 7-pin down here. Above it, you have your Voyager male connector, if in case you decide to put a Voyager camera system into your trailer and you want to send that feed to the screen inside, you have that option over here. Again, license plate holder, you got some marker lights, 15,000 pound bumper pull hitch on this one. As we come around, going up to the headache rack, you got a couple more marker lights up top. That 2 center lights that are white, those are your reverse lights and also your cargo lights. So if in case you decide to work at night and you need some lighting, you could turn those on. The two middle ones, the two white ones will turn on. There's another two white on the back bumper. So all four of those lights will turn on just by a switch inside. Storage boxes on the passenger side are the same size. So you have that option over here. But again, when you come on this side, you do have your other 50 gallon of diesel. So a total of 100 gallons of fuel on this truck. Let's kind of pan underneath here where you see the air dryer. So this one does come with fully air brakes. It does have air ride seats. It does have air ride cab. You have the air ride suspension. And if in case you put that Hensley trailer saver hitch, it does come with airbags as well. So there's a ton of air going through this truck. And to stop the moisture staying in those tanks, that air dryer system we just showed you a while ago will stop that air or the moisture going into those tanks to avoid rust, to avoid the accumulation of moisture. So very cool system, lasts a very long time. You do get to service it a few times a year or a few times in the life of the truck. All that will be part of the service layout on your different services, your A and B services on those trucks. So you just contact your nearest Freightliner dealer and ask them how often you should service your air drying system. Let's take a look at the front seat here on the passenger side. So same concept as the driver's seat, same exact footprint. You have the air ride, you got the lumbar, you got your heated seats. But right here is what I want to show you guys. So if you just hold on to the bottom and pop this out, you do have your fuse relay box right here. Typically those are on the back wall of the M2s. So on the Plus models, the front, let me just open this up for you. If you pop this open, it does have a little label sheet here that kind of tells you which fuse goes to what. Very easy to kind of go over and know which fuse you want to look for. From your trailer fuses to your marker lights to your ABS power feed, anything for your trailer, majority of stuff for your trailer will be on those fuses right here. And you know, on the other ones, you would have our conversion fuses underneath the driver. On the M2 Pluses, they are now located on the back wall behind the passenger. So right here with the yellow knobs there, those pop out, and then those fuses for the conversion is inside. When I talk about the conversion, you're talking about the stereo, you're talking about the Voyager camera system, you're talking about the headlamps on top, you're talking about the power seats for the motor for the rear bench. So all those features that we added onto the truck, those fuses will be on that back wall. So chassis fuses underneath the hood, trailer fuses in front of that passenger front seat, and the conversion fuses are behind the passenger back wall. Let's jump inside and go over the interior features. And as you go inside, you guys will see the new layout of the dash, the new center console, the upgraded lights, and of course, you got your Detroit Assurance safety pack up here. So just close the door. So one of the cool features about this new Plus model, starting up is very quiet. So you have to be aware of what's going on with your dash. So before you used to get a little ping, a little alert when you're starting up the truck, but this time it's very quiet. It will just toggle through very quietly. And of course, right now, this truck is running very quiet inside as well. Again, that tilt, right now you're getting more on the tilt than you used to before. You lock it in, there's no pedal on the Plus models anymore. You just have your brake pedal and your gas pedal down there. come a little bit closer on the front dash. So we got a lot of new features over here. So let's start off over here. So you got your oil gauge, you got your RPMs. Down here you got your fuel and your depth tank. And one of the cool features here, you could see there is a blue needle and a white needle. The white needle is for your fuel, and you could see with the label down here, fuel is in white, so the white needle will correspond to that fuel gauge. And then the depth fluid will have a blue DEF sign here that will relate to that blue needle. Again, you got 2-in-1. Even on the primary and secondary air tanks is the same. You got a white and a blue needle. So the secondary air tank is that blue needle, the primary is the white needle. You got your water temperature over here. Over here you got a nice digital dash now. You could see your trip. You could see you could actually see your temperature of the truck. You could see the voltage of the battery and how many miles you have on this truck. Right now we got 884 miles. The time up here, you could toggle through that. Now you got a speedometer, digital one up here now. As you go down, you can see your driver assist. You can see when you're going into the lanes. You got your different temperatures up here, so it's no longer on this dash with a needle. You have all digital. When it comes to alert, if any active codes, it will show active code 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever amount of codes that will be there. As you go down, there's different diagnostics here. You got your engine hours, and then of course your different healths. So your transmission health, filter status, oil life, oil temperature. And then of course you got settings. You could go and change your date, your time. You could adjust your dash, your lighting, your units and time, language, safety, so many different options here. But now you got controls on your steering wheel. So everything is just a finger away to toggle through. This one does have volume controls and radio. At the moment, there's not a module that corresponds to the stereos in those trucks as yet. But in time to come, that will all be put together. Again, just a little something to know for now. But over here you got your cruise control. Everything is right here at your fingertip, so very easy to control. But as we come around here, the Allison transmission is no longer a pad down here. It's now on your controls or on this pedal over here. So right here you got your neutral, reverse and drive. You got your DNR label on the side here. And then you go into drive, neutral, reverse. And then over here you got your automatic and manual. One of the cool features here, your engine brake is actually on this as well. So to go to your engine brake, there's a high, medium, and low feature. So if you go all the way down, you go low, center is medium, up here is high, and when you go all the way up, it's off. But remember, once you go into your engine brake, a little green symbol will show up here. So it's a little bit hard to see right now, but you will see that symbol show up on that dash. But if you go all the way to the top, you're gonna kill your engine brake and then turn it off. You got your trailer brake supply for your air supply for your trailer. This is your parking brake. Hazard lights, dome lights, you got a foot light, pre-trip inspection, and all your safety features up here. You got your engine shadow override. Optional switch that will turn on those 4 white lights in the back. Like I mentioned earlier, you'll put that vehicle in reverse, those 4 lights will turn on. If you want to work at night and you want those lights to come on, you'll come up here and turn that switch on. There's an additional 3 optional switches here. Those are all dummies, but if in case you want to add stuff, just contact me. I'll try to help you guys out on how to get those switches for these. Rear differential lock, you got your rear suspension dump, rear AC and heat, and then you have your regular cab AC and heat feature right here. Your trailer brake is your red arc system, very small. And of course you got your subwoofer knob, if in case you play music and you want to add more bass to your music, this knob will increase that bass on here. You got your HDMI and USB plug-in here. Those are for your Apple and Android capability. Once you plug it into this feature over here, you will get Apple and Android on this Stinger stereo. The HDMI, if you want to add a DVD player, something small, a little gaming console, you could plug in through here, get a little screen here to work with, and of course you got some 110 plugins in the back. You got two 12 volts. A lot of people wanted those to come back on those Freightliners, and again, they listen to you guys, and you do have those options here for 12 volts. You got a nice little area here for storage, and I kind of figured that I could actually mount my phone up here while I'm driving. You could put it sideways. Oh, I got a little thing behind there. But again, you could put it sideways. You could put it up here. I've driven with it before when I tested this truck out, and while this is here, it doesn't fall off. It's actually pretty solid in here. But again, a nice little feature on here. But when it comes to more storage, you got storage compartments up here. You got another little one over the passenger. And of course, you got your visors, your sun visors. With the driver visor, you got all the information on the truck, which you'll find on the door panel as well. But come in here, you will see, you know, the date this truck was built, the wheelbase. You have the Cummins L9, 360 horsepower, 2200 RPMs, your Allison 3200 TRV transmission. So much information on here that will relate to this particular truck, from the wheelbase to the axle ratio, which is 4.63, and all the different specs up here. Over here, you got some information here on your exhaust information here. So if you see those symbols show up on your dash, you know what those mean. Okay, so very useful information. Right above that, you got your Voyager camera system. We use that on every single Summit hauler that we have. Really cool system here. I know some people like the feature of having it on your stereo, but again, having it all by itself, all you have to do is just glance up for a little bit. Right now I got my seats all the way down, so if I actually have my seat at the level I'm going to be driving, I'm actually a little bit closer to that screen. So just glancing up like you look into your rearview mirror is basically what this is. You know, your rearview mirror right above your head. Right across from that is your level here for your air horn. You do have your microphone here, which kind of popped out of place here. But you do have your microphone for your hands-free calling. You can actually adjust that as needed. Your regular CD horn over here. You got more storage over here and down here. You do have your storage box in here with a light, cup holders. Really, really cool features here. But I really like the interior that we designed in here. So going on top, similar to your 23s, you got your reading lights. You got your mood light, they call the infinity lighting. And right here is a little blue light at night. It does give you a little shine down here, but you got 3 switches here for 3 different lights. But when it comes to lighting, you do have your regular lights here. You got your reading lights. You can actually turn this on and off. Over here, you got those same features up here. But this light back here kind of could actually adjust as needed. So if in case I need more lighting from the back, I could actually point this my way. Or if you want to read, the passenger want to read, you could actually adjust that as needed. But again, this is our 2024 Freightliner M2 106 Summit hauler conversion on the Plus chassis. Like I said, with the Plus, you do have that Detroit Assurance safety package. We have some material to read upon. It is online on the Freightliner website, all the information on that. But if in case you guys want more information, just give me a call. I'll provide that information to you guys. This truck is available and on the market. We do have pictures and information online on our Transwest website. If you guys want me to send that link to you, feel free. You should have that link on this video as well. Just go down there. My number and email will be at the bottom of this video right now. Feel free to send me a text, shoot me an email, call me. I'll definitely return your call if I don't answer. But there's one more feature I didn't show you guys here. So let's go to the door back here. You do have a few different features here. So you got your heated mirrors on the door panel now, no longer on the dash. You do have a rear feature because you only have 2 controls over here. If you turn on that rear feature, it will actually open those back windows. And right now, those back windows going down is automatic. Coming up, you gotta hold it down, but let me just show you that one more time. Just pan to the back. With one click, those doors or those windows will actually go down by itself now. Really cool feature. I kind of like that a lot. Even with the front windows are the same. Those front windows will automatically go down, but when you want to pull it up, you gotta hold on to the switch to allow it to go back up. But that's a nice little addition to the Freightliner features. You do have power locks on each door. You do have on each door, you have its own power supply for the windows. So on each door has a lock and unlock feature, which is pretty cool. And again, you got your powered windows or your powered mirrors on this feature as well. Again, thank you guys for tuning in today. I know there's more to talk about on this unit, and as we go through this unit more, we'll bring more information to you guys. But in the meantime, thank you guys for tuning in today, and welcome to our Plus model on the 106 chassis. I did show you guys the Plus model on the 112 about a week ago, so I was happy to bring this one to you guys today. So hopefully you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll see you guys back here as the days go by for another video. Thank you very much, and see you guys soon.